The abrupt disappearance of Dale during young Sheldon's season 7 would explain Meemaw's harsh treatment of Amy on The Big Bang Theory. Since he hasn't been seen in young Sheldon season 7 for a long, it is currently unknown where Meemaw's lover is. Meemaw may have felt abandoned by Dale's recent absence from the show, which could be his attempt to distance himself from her problems after she has been dealing with them for a while. One character in young Sheldon season 7 vanishes out of nowhere, which clarifies why Meemaw from The Big Bang Theory was so terrifying. Remarkably, rather than being reduced to a supporting role in the prequels last year, Connie Tucker has been at the center of a continuous storyline. Sheldon's Meemaw has faced numerous crises ever since her house was demolished in the young Sheldon season 6 finale. The closure of her illicit gambling lair and all associated companies was her worst blow. She now has to perform community service in order to avoid going to jail. There was never any mention of Meemaw's present struggles in Big Bang Theory. In the sitcom centered around nerds, Connie had only one appearance, although being mentioned multiple times. She didn't even go back to Pasadena for the wedding of Sheldon and Amy. She also missed the opportunity to celebrate her Moonpiece Nobel triumph because none of the Coopers appeared in the Big Bang Theory finale. A lot of talk has focused on how the Coopers were not as good in the nerd-focused sitcom as they were in the prequel. But given how Meemaw's tale is developing, young Sheldon might be able to clarify why Meemaw wasn't the best character in the main series. Meemaw's current circumstances are challenging enough as it is. It's disappointing, though, that she didn't receive any genuine support from her family, Sheldon included, who even thought about studying for the bar to represent her in court. Even though Dale welcomed her into his house, there was some disturbance. He was still helpful, albeit sometimes it seemed forced. That being said, considering Dale has been missing from young Sheldon season 7 for a while, it was still preferable than nothing. Regretfully, there has been no update regarding his location. He seemed to have vanished out of sight. Meemaw doesn't bring up her boyfriend in young Sheldon season 7, episode 10. Community service and the key to a happy marriage, even as she battles to accept the harshness of her required community duty. It's interesting to know if they had another argument given their disagreement when they first moved in together at the beginning of the year. In any case, it's strange that Dale has vanished from view after appearing prominently in previous episodes of the season. He even joined the Coopers for a family meal. While Dale has, to be honest, been incredibly helpful to Meemaw over this entire affair, there are times when it seems as though he is simply doing it out of obligation. His sudden absence raises the possibility that, after putting up with them for so long, he is pulling away from everything. Meemaw's colder and more guarded demeanor in The Big Bang Theory might have been influenced by feeling like a burden and even abandoned by the person you love. It's important to remember that the earlier Connie was very different from the snarky yet tender version seen in the prequel. This could possibly be the cause of Meemaw's excessive protectiveness over Sheldon on her visitation to Pasadena. Even though Connie was aware of the less-than-ideal beginnings for Mandy and Georgie in young Sheldon, she was more than willing to accommodate Cece's mother. But in The Big Bang Theory, Meemaw was cruel and harsh of Amy since she knew that she had once abandoned her Moonpie.